Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to the Slowest WAAAGH, where we are playing Tzeentch. It's turn 30, and the war against Middenheim continues. Let's see how it's going. We have completed Enchantment 6. Cool. Okay, so we are set for when our god comes out. We have a shit ton of fire gems. I feel decent for immediately throwing up Eternal Pyre as soon as we get the option. So up Conjuration for the concept of hopefully it's throw up Eternal Pyre, get off me cat. I'm mad at him, he spilled coffee all over the place. Throw up Eternal Pyre, have a turn pass. Technically have 2 turns pass because we'll need the income twice, and then start summoning the shit out of Demon Princes. Right? That's the plan. Fingers crossed. We'll see if it works. Kill and maim all night the Marauder Scout. That's gonna be Khorne. Has claimed the Throne of the Moon. Okay, cool. I say that Kiss. That might actually be Nagaron? I'll have to double check. We did a bunch of site searching, Bowl of Blood, found nothing. Augury, Gnome Lore. At the end of the rainbow, found a Cavern of Dreams. The +1 glamour, so not bad. Arcane Probing, Dark Knowledge, Horror Specs, Auspecs. Cool. And we got a bunch of battles. Let's zip through some of these. We attack in Opalef. Small stack of mixed units, mostly Marauders, a couple of Marauder Horsemasters. There's just one PD here, no big deal. Easy peasy. We attack in Feral Woods with a small stack of Marauders. And there's a decent amount of PD here. There's also a sneaky little White Wolf Knight who's on a mission to... Don't you dare... Oh, God. Okay. Woo. I don't know. It might not matter at this point. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is a lot of PD. This is a lot of slingers. Can we do it? Can we? I routed. Oh. Damn. Disney damn. We almost pulled it out, but we didn't. That was a very sneaky little knight on the flank. Almost did us in. But in the end, it was just the fact that was a lot of fucking province defense to deal with from my poor Marauders. They fought valiantly, they just didn't quite make it. So, that is the end of that. We attack in Osense. Got a small stack of Marauder Horsemasters, or Horsemen. Marauder Horse Archers. I can never say the right name. We're gonna shoot the shit out of them. This is gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. He's totally... He can't pull off a miracle. He can't pull off a miracle. He doesn't pull off a miracle. I'm just fucking... So we win in no sense. We get to see Karaz-a-Karak attacking Middenheim in Three Pine Grove. That fucking Scorpion Beast stack with the archers. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Sweet. He's gonna destroy that. We get attacked in Bushford. So Bushford is gonna be that little knight stack that we just cannot catch and squish. And there's nothing that this little bitty amount of PD is gonna do. We're not even gonna kill a single knight. Not with the buffs that they have. Unfortunate. We gotta start surrounding them and causing some attrition. So that's that. And we get attacked in Gwellenden. So the stack that we beat on, what is it, Namor on our throne, it attacked over here. And we don't really have anything over here. So that's an oversight. Whoops. This would have been very easy to squish or even just to like do a small PD dump. So kind of on us for just letting that happen. We lose a cultist out of it too, so that's not great. In response to this, I have gone around and been like, cultists, retreat. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. We attack in Faircliff. Another small stack of Marauders. This guy is not in a good place, and we're on hold. That could be real bad. My goodness, my scripting was not good this turn. Hey-yay! I love the bushes. I love the shrubs getting in the fight. I love that addition to Dominions 6. I really do. It's fantastic. Absolutely adore it until it fucks me over. We went in Faircliff. Great. We attack in the fortress of Baguloth. Not really much going on here. He moved out all of the forces that he had previously. So this should be a pretty easy victory for us. I do love that my chosen warriors can just shoot at the fucking wall. It's actually quite nice. And they've got pretty decent precision. So pretty happy about that. They do the majority of the work there. Things went pretty well. Cool. And we get to watch Karaz-a-Karak attack Bone Nose Tribe. So, we've seen this force a couple of different times. The Rune Guards are just fucking scary. Man, look at these bastards. This guy has Battle Fright and is weakened. Let's look at someone else. They have so much experience. It's turn 30. They have so much experience. They have such a nasty bless. And they got 21 protection out of the gate and 21 defense because of the experience and bless. And they have a innate magic weapon, does piercing, right? Like, ay. 16 magic 15 base magic resistance, 22 morale, 16 base morale. Fucking dwarves. Ah, my goodness. These guys are so good. So good. Can he recruit these from multiple places, or is this just like all of his Rune Guard? Maybe not all of his Rune Guard, but a lot of his Rune. So, Bono's really doesn't have much left here at this point. This is kind of just a formality. God, I love the models. They're so pretty. They're so well done. Honestly, like, Sombre could have like the mod itself, the balance of the mod could be absolute shite, and it would still be a gorgeous mod just off of how beautiful the fucking pixel work is done on so many of these fucking units. It's so good. So he comes in with, 159 units versus 85, 62. There's just not much that Bone Nose can do at this point. Kills 3 Rune Guards, 5 Longbows, 2 Iron Breakers, 6 Hammers, so is what it is. Let's check that real quick. Can he recruit those in multiple places? Only recruited in capital. So 84 at turn 30 is probably the majority of his stuff, right? Like, presuming he had like 5 or 6 Dominion very early on and has been recruiting as many Rune Guard as he could from pretty much the very beginning. And, he's probably pushed up that number with temples over the last 30 turns. But still, 84 is probably a fairly high number. I would not expect him to have more than double that throughout, right? Like the rest of his empire. So that's pretty interesting. Those guys are really scary. Like, at the end of the day, looking at them and looking at, like, comparing them to like my chosen knights, right? Because that's kind of like the comparison, right? pound for pound, these guys are really good, right? Like, really good. They get a lot of really nice things out of the gate. I don't feel good about that. And they're super cheap, right? The dwarves have that whole mechanic of obviously so I think all dwarves upkeep is reduced because they're so nationalistic they pay for part of their own shit. So sacred troops, which are normally half upkeep, are only a quarter upkeep. Are all troops a quarter upkeep? Yeah, all troops are a quarter upkeep. God, that's Jesus. And what that means is that he can take this big bless and still have money, basically, is the concept, because his upkeep is so low comparatively. It's a really interesting mechanic. Anyways, Bonos is not completely dead, but is basically dead at this point. We lose our laboratory in Balcoria, so we now have 22 secrets to go for the next gate. Unexpected event in Baan Dagor. We get some unrest and lose some population. Damn it! We have been discovered in Lomark. We've completed the fortress in Namor. We've started to destroy the fort in Middenheim, severely damaged, but we're not quite there yet. And we got some promotions, so that's cool. What are we doing this turn? This turn we don't have a lot of extra shit going on this turn. We've got basically 3 things happening, right? We're continuing to siege Middenheim / work on taking out the remainder of their provinces. We're trying to pin down the Middenheim Knight stack. And then, honestly, all of the rest of the stuff that we're doing is basically just building towards the future, right? So, we're putting a lab back in Balcoria. We're back up to 2 Dominion. I honestly do not know how our Dominion dropped so sharply in Balcoria. But we've got cultists here now. We're recruiting more cultists. We're gonna get this whole area under control, and go from there. We're recruiting more acolytes, chosen knights, and chaos warhounds so that we can patrol more in the Force of the Lost. Still, honestly, not 100% sure about the choice between chaos warhounds and marauder hunters. Marauder hunters, or even just marauders, but marauder hunters specifically. Marauder hunters at 1.3 patrol strength is actually pretty good for the upkeep cost, I believe. Right, 10 gold versus 6 gold. But the Chaos Warhounds are just so cheap, both in gold and resources, that you can kind of just, like, you know, we don't have much going on here, and we're just kind of shitting them out. I don't know why we have extra money. We probably should have gotten another. I don't know. Anyways, continuing to research. More acolytes, more cultists over here, especially since we just lost that cultist. And then really nothing in Bagaloth. So we're mostly just kind of not broke, but spending money on stuff like labs and on stuff like chosen knights. I should be thinking in very specific terms about, like, what my next 5 turns are. It's unlikely that I'm going to be fighting someone in the next 5 turns. I probably shouldn't be worrying as much about getting these chosen knights right now, but in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to war in the next 10 to 15 turns with someone, or someone's going to come at me. I should get my chosen knights ready because I want a stack of, like, you know, 40 or 50 of them to fight. Especially, you know, if I, for example, was going up against like 80 plus Rune Guard, I would really like to have someone that can do maybe something about them. But, you know, so I'm kind of in this mindset where I'm a little paranoid about what is gonna happen in the immediacy, and probably I need to just be focusing on infrastructure. I probably should have immediately dropped a temple in Bagaloth. I probably should be producing more cultists to fix my Dominion. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping we're gonna be okay. So, nothing much can really happen in Middenheim. We're just still sieging that. I expect that the fortification is going to be broken next turn, but it might take 2 turns. I think it'll be next turn. We're attacking into Feral Woods with basically everything from Bagaloth. Partially because I know that'll squish it, but also because we might be able to make it to Middenheim and reinforce that before we have to take the siege. So we'll see. I might even if we break next turn, I might postpone for 1 turn just to make sure we can get these forces there. And I might send something in just to see, hey, what has he got planning? We'll see then. Attacking into Gwellenden, I expect this to get stacked or squished. I'm not super worried about it. We are patrolling with a little bit here. We have 25 PD. That should be enough to deal with what is here, so we should be fine. And then the other scenario is the knights, right? So trying to hem in these knights is going to be a big pain in my ass, I feel. We can't really defend in Osense without breaking forces off from Middenheim, which we could do. But if he goes for Osense, I think we're kind of fucked there anyways. So what we are doing is we're trying to push him towards Stonegrave and Osense, and hope that if he goes for one of these two, then we can hem him in after that, right? Because the deal is we have enough forces that if we pin him in, we can make it punitive or an out-and-out defeat if he attacks, and we can just push in, you know, into the same provinces from multiple different provinces. So that's the generalized idea. Right now, we're going to attack Faldenberg with the stack of Marauder Horse Archers. If he pops into Faldenberg, that stack is dead. If he pops into Stonegrave, we've got 1 PD there, it's dead. If he pops into Osense, we've got 1 PD there, it's dead. I don't expect him to stay anywhere, but it's possible that he sticks around and he tries to PD dump something. I say PD dump. He doesn't have that much money, but maybe he has a little bit. Dump something. But I don't anticipate that, so we're going into Bushford with the small stack led by this Exalted Hero. This should be, again, able to either handle that Knight stack or be able to deal severe, like, crippling damage to it. And then the other side is we're going into Cormark. Now, we've got 10 PD here, but it's just Wolf Tribe. And this amount of Marauder Horse Archers is not going to win against those knights. So we're just going on another attack rear shenanigans in the hopes that if we can't kill all the knights, if we can pop 1 or 2 of those commanders, right? He has 3 commanders. If we pop the Wizard or the Wizard Lord, then those are less buffs. Popping the Grandmaster would be less consequential, but he's also very strong, and he kind of just adds to the power of the Knights, right? So, 4 kills on his own. So that's the generalized plan, is try to kind of like hem in this little stack of Knights. They're not the end of the world, but the longer they stick around, the more annoying they are going to be. That being said, we're good on Middenheim. I think we're solid. It should only be another, like, 2 or 3 turns. And at most, we run into some sort of annoying issue on their capital, but it's not going to be some, like, annoying issue where it's like, oh no, they have succeeded in their cap defense and completely wiped our army, and now they're going to reverse the war. No, it's going to be they fucked with my... They killed a lot of people, we killed a lot of people, they've got almost nothing left, we gotta get back on their siege, blah, 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 etc., etc. So, I'm not super worried about that. It is what it is. I'm just kind of like paranoid of what does our immediate future look like? Because now I'm just looking around me and going like, man, I don't want to fight this person. Man, I don't want to fight that person. Blah 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 blah. There is this big stack in Jelenia Gora. I did talk to Itza about this. They assured me that this was not for me. I was immediately very paranoid. But I do think they're actually trying to fight Nehekara right now, so we'll see how that goes. It could be false. They could be coming at me. If they do, I don't like my odds there. If this actually does come at me, if this is like a Middenheim relief force or a Middenheim steel force, we're probably going to have to back off, right? Because Itza, do we know they're blessed yet? Oh, yeah, Kiss is Khorne, so Khorne got the throne. Do we know they're blessed yet? Well, yeah, we don't know they're blessed yet. But from what I've heard, they're nasty enough to be of concern with the fact that we don't really have a bless, right? So I guess that's the upside of getting some more Chosen Knights, right? Yeah, we might have to defend ourselves from Itza in the near future. We have naps with all of the rest of our neighbors, so I'm not especially worried about them immediately coming at me. It's not like, oh, I don't have an app with this person and I expect they're gonna attack me next turn. It's just that generalized feeling of like, oh god, what's gonna happen next? So, we'll see how it go. Fingies crossed. And I think that's it for the turn. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.